Hey, YouTubers, it's your boy Domination. This is back in the base. So you're gonna do so. We do with Texas, baby. Okay, the Ogre Place, 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 Ogre Place. Oh, please go get it. Oh, please go get it. Oh, please go get it. It's back in the bank. Chuck of the deuces, how we do Texas, baby. Man, that's back. You doing this, no this, no this, no this. Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real women rise up, fake women rise down. Brought to our preacher, preach on. And today's topic we're going to talk about is I want to talk about slavery movies, man. I know some people gonna get offended. I understand it's part of our history, and we have to accept it. Is how our ancestors been and has been, and I never forget about my ancestors. I never forget. Don't get me wrong. And I dedicate this video to my ancestors, the bottom of my heart, of what how people have to go through today. But I hate to say this, man. I know Nick Cannon. He probably wrong for saying that about slavery movies. But I hate to say this, Nick Cannon does got a point. Even though he's cooning, because Nick Cannon ain't talk as much as the stuff he been doing over the years. Even the stuff he been doing over the years. Even the stuff he doing over years. Nick Cannon do got a. Nick Cannon do got a point. But they write about one damn thing. They write about one damn thing because that's all they show is the goddamn slave movies. That's all they show. I mean, let me give you something, man. I'm proud to say it loud to be black and proud that I say I'm proudly being black. Don't get me wrong. But damn, not every our people are slaves. There are a lot of people out there being slaves. They think we the only ones. When I saw the Butler movie, I didn't like the movie. I didn't like it. It's a history making movie. I understood it. It's kind of make you angry, but it's sad at the same time. I want to look at 12 years of slavery, but I don't know if I might look at it or not. But or it's just me, or is it that when Red Tails first came out, they trying to remake it of Red Tails just like the of the caveman? Have you noticed that? Or it's just me? Why is it that you got black people and white people do this all the time when it comes to making movies? Look at black movies and look at white movies. You know the difference between these two. Don't get me wrong. You got Jew community. Don't get complaining about what their ancestors went through to the Jewish Holocaust. I mean, it's a terrible thing what happened to Jews. Don't get me wrong. Some people say the Jews Holocaust is worse than the African slave trade. But some people don't think every black person come from Africa, because every original people come from Africa, original different shade of color. Not every people come from Europe. People ain't originate from them damn cave mountain. See, look at the word Caucasian, and you'll explain it to me why white's been breaking each groups, and so is black. Look at the word African. How many people that know African stand for is Roman slaves? It's come from Cilius Africanus. That name came from that for the Third Punic War, defeated by the Roman general. I'm telling you, look it up, that name, Africa. When you hear that name, no wonder why you got black Americans don't want to refer to themselves as African Americans. No wonder. No wonder why Africans look down on black Americans and African Americans look down on black America. Black America looking down on African and look down and black Americans look down to African Americans and African. It's the same thing. We all black. We just come from different part of the world. Some of our ancestors were slaves. Some wasn't. Some are men and women become a free of people of men. Of choice of men, because every year you hear about this stuff what's going on. I mean, this is nothing new. This stuff been going on for years. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. Why is that? You look at white movies and black movies. If you notice the difference, man. If you notice something, if you notice it, If you notice it, and then look at the remake. 12 Years of Slavery is a remake of Chain on Chain, because I knew then that people, when Chain on Chain first came out, people had problems with this movie because a black man is like Ned Turner. Ned Turner was the slaves a slave in the South killing white people, and people have a problem with that in the movie. But this white person let permit of his permission to kill his own people. I mean, I look at it like this. I just want to see some movie, if it's a slavery or not. But I respect my ancestors. But even though Nick Cannon was wrong for what he said, he should have kept it to himself. But Nick Cannon was on point on this one, because let's be honest, nobody wants to be slaves. Nobody. Not from my own, not from anyone else, not anyone who wants to be slave. Everybody wants to be free. What's wrong with being free? I mean, I love my ancestors because they could have been free if they with us right now, and they want us to be free. But fuck slavery. Let's be honest. For years, I don't expect white people owe me nothing. I don't owe them nothing. All I want is respect from them, respect from me. And I can say this to anyone. I just want respect from a woman. Woman respect me. And it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad at the same time. And don't get me wrong. It is really, 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 really sad that if you look at the black movies, that's all it shows. And the only movie I like is remind what slavery really was about. When I saw Nelson Mandela, that was a good movie. It touched my heart when Nelson Mandela, rest in peace to Mandela, man. He was the man in South Africa. And it's kind of sad because I never forget. And I'm glad I make these videos, and I'm doing it for my YouTube subscribers, because I ain't gonna never forget what my people had to go through and to present it today to now, because we're gonna be free, people. I'm telling you right now, everybody deserves to be free. Do every other people want to be free? Our people, we have that right. We everywhere, all over this planet, But we make it seem like that we're not travel. We travel, trust me. Before white people ever did it, it was blacks did it. You got white people been slaves just as much as blacks do. And some people say black people owning white slaves and white slaves owning black slaves. It's the same damn thing. All slavery is nothing but a blueprint to remap out to build America an evil empowerment, an empowerment statement of empowerment, overrulement for every different certain class of slavery. That's all it is. That's all the fuck it is. Otherwise, America, people spent their whole lives, blood, sweat, and tears for all this stuff that made America what it is today. Because I never forget my ancestor. Never. Even though we got our heroes been taken away from us. Our heroes been out there for years. This is nothing new, though. And it's kind of sad at the same time that I wish it would be black action films, black horror films. They will never show that. Have you noticed that in BET and if it's just me or TV One and any other black channels, they show the same damn movies all the damn time. But they never show Mississippi Damn. They never show Blade on BET. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. They never show that. They can show all these other movies, but they never show Blade or Mississippi Damn. Why is that? Why is that? I do not know. I really don't care less. But I tell you this, man. I ain't going to be no goddamn slaves. I'll tell you right now. I don't want nobody own me. I owe me. They own them. And it's kind of sad because all it is racism. It's like a tournament compete. That's all it is. Who is better? That's all it is. That's all it is. Well, you think they found a resource of a government mind that to built America. I understand black community. We've been through a lot, and we have came nothing to have something that we got. But we got a long way to go. You got white people came for something, and what they got running out, they got more years ago. and every other people came from nothing to something. I mean, I understand that's how slavery was at that time, but I ain't going back to the 1800s, 1700s. That was one of the worst years, and 60s and 70s, and also 80s and 90s. But into this, man, and this is 2020, 2014. People are a lot more older, and people getting younger. My generation, Generation X, is dying out. The people are younger kids, they getting younger, and it's good other people come together. But some elderly people don't want that. They don't want that. They come from that different past at that time. Because you gotta understand, if you come from the 60s and 70s and 40s and 50s and 30s and 20s, you so used to that. So I can see why. Even though what happened to Trayvon Martin, it was a sad track. I ain't gonna lie. And it's good they found that guy guilty over there in Florida, because playing that loud music up there, and that show you right there, racism is not going nowhere. It's still here. And they need to be in once and for all. Until we break the whole crumbling and the wall, and crumble the wall fall down. It need to be fall down. Fuck slavery. It's slavery is wrong. It's wrong for slaving any other people of color just as much as anyone else is wrong slaving to a man or a woman or a man. It's sad, because all slavery is an evil empowerment and need to be stopped. Overrulment and stop rulement to the people. That the people need to be overruled for rule for the people of ways of choice of freedom for every single one. And that's what it should be. And I still believe that there's always a faith available to all and holding dear to our hearts. People don't want to hear that, but it is the truth. People going to continue being planned from ignorancies and ignorance, and there's not enough a lot of growing apposiment and re-imposiment and re-influence of politics in people in their lives, man. But I will tell you this. I never date those for paid away for what my ancestors perceived what it is today until now. But there's better things that we could do, what we could do, but not better things that we can't do, and what we can't always do. And that's all I can say about that. And it's your boy Domination. This is Back in the Base. The Chuckle the Deuce is how we do Texas, baby. Until next time, all right? All right. Peace, and I'm out.